seeing, and he was seeing that we could get in the ball in the paint pretty much anytime we wanted, and then just making plays out of the paint. And even if that was scoring, passing, whatever you want it to be, I think we really emphasized that in the second half.
Is that kind of what drove that second half for you? 21 points down there, mostly in the paint. Was it just kind of recognizing you had that advantage and trying to press it?
I think so, definitely, especially just in transition, posting up right in the middle of the floor, because that's the hardest thing to guard. When somebody's supposed to be right in the middle of the floor, no doubles can come, and you have both right and left hand. So I think just I really emphasized posting on as early in the possession as I could, and then also within the flow of the offense.
Juwan was saying that Coach Schilling was getting kind of animated at halftime, which is kind of unlike him to kind of show so much emotion. Was that something that maybe kind of got your guys' attention?
Oh, definitely. When we saw it, it's something we've probably seen. I've only seen it once all year, and it was at the beginning of the year. And I think that really opened some guys' eyes as to how serious it is, regardless of NIT, NCAA, whatever it may be. I think guys really realize that this game is just as important as any other game, and I think that's what really got guys going in the second half.
Maybe different about the few tonight, kind of, the reduced crowd, having the other band, stuff like that. Anything feel a bit different from you playing your first NIT game at home?
No, nothing really felt different. The crowd was great. I think they were the most vocal it's been pretty much all year. Even though it wasn't like all students or anything, it was still a great crowd to be behind, especially when we gave them something to cheer about.
Maybe a bit of a weird question here, but you seem to play really well when y'all use Wilson balls. Is there anything to that? Like, is there something about those balls, like the way it feels, anything like that, that maybe changes that?
I mean, I used them all through high school, so just using them, I just feel like that's what I'm most comfortable with. I'm not advocating for any brand or anything. It just is what it is.
Is that kind of something you think about going from arena to arena, like looking at, okay, what's the ball going to be? Does that factor into anything?
It definitely factors in for me. I'm not so sure about everybody else, but as soon as I touch a new basketball, I can tell how much lighter or how much heavier it is than the Adidas one.
When did you know you were using Wilson tonight?
I knew pretty much as soon as we found out we were in NIT, because I remember we used Wilson's 2 years ago when we went to Georgia Tech.
So that's something that stays in your memory, what kind of ball each team uses in different arenas and stuff like that?
I hear you.
So that kind of stays in your memory then, if Northwestern uses one kind of ball, but the NIT uses a different kind of ball?
Yeah, I could really much tell you what any team uses that we played. That's just, regardless if we have shoot around or not, I always want to just, dribble them, shoot them up in the air or whatever it is, just so I can get a feel for them.
Do you think that's more of a mental thing or an actual physical thing?
I think it's a little bit of both, because regardless of what ball it is, I think my shot's going in. But at the same time, some balls are lighter, so you can't shoot them as hard. Some are heavier, so you have to put a little more force behind them.
They had 14.
Romeo's out. I'm sure that doesn't kind of ambush you guys, because he kind of a day-to-day overnight out of Ohio State. Devontae's been playing well lately. He gets a lot more minutes once to start tonight. Just what has he been bringing to you guys, really, these last 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, Romeo, we've been talking, because that's my roommate on the way trips, and I could tell his back was just not right from when he tried to get up when we're leaving. I could just hear him grunting and stuff. So, but he's definitely been getting better. He's been doing all the things we have to do as far as treatment goes. And when he gets better, we'll have him back. And then as far as Devontae playing well, he's just playing within himself and within the system. He still makes those plays where it's just like, what are you doing? But at the same time, I think he's bringing great energy on the defensive end. He's heating up, the best guys, perimeter, ball handlers, as well as Rob, and I think he's just really coming along.
These guys are the recipient of a lot of those moments where he walks that fine line between, whoa, what are you thinking, and wow, how did he get that ball to me? Just what's the balance a guy like that needs to strike, or as a player who's getting that pass a lot wants it to strike?
I think it's just knowing when to do it. I think he's done a lot better with that, because before it was always flash, fancy, trying to do the extra play. But now I think he's more often than not making the simple play, and then say run out if the lob to Justin or lob to me. I think those are great reads. Just a little bit under well executed, but I think the right mindset was there.
I think they had something like 14 fast break points in the first half, only 3 in the second. What allowed them to run so effectively in the first, and then how did you guys kind of cut back on that in the second?
It was just a matter of having guys on the glass and then guys not getting back in transition. I think they really took advantage of that. They're a great team. They won their conference regular season championship, I think. And then they were just, you know, they have shooters, and they got into those shooters, and they made us pay.
You're a guy who kind of likes to get on the offensive glass, maybe look for some second chance points. Justin, too. How do you guys kind of balance that, you know, I guess, crashing the glass, but also getting back in transition defense and not letting them get runouts and things like that against, you know, 5-on-3s or something?
I think it's a matter of personnel. When I'm guarding the shooter, like I'm more shooting big, I'll still go to the glass, but I can realize when they run out, so I'm like right there next to them. And then if I have a big that's more anchored in the paint, I know I have a little bit more leeway to get back down there, especially if the guards are back and pressuring the ball.
Yeah. Let's kind of go back. I think you mentioned Romeo and Ridley on the waitress. So what's the kind of dynamic been like all season? You kind of being on the older guys, kind of new to all this stuff?
Oh, it's been great. You know, it's just bringing him along. He's a great teammate. He's one of the best guys to have around. You know, I think all the freshmen really just came in willing to learn. None of them were one of those guys where they just tried to be the man again. I think they all knew that they didn't know anything, and that just having that humility is a great thing to have, because I know myself freshman year I didn't have it until Yogi just pretty much put it in my face, and then after that, you know, I just kept getting better and better, and I can say the same for these freshmen this year.
So what's that kind of look like? You're a freshman team, not a lot of humility. Does that mean you're kind of arrogant in practice?
I wouldn't say I was arrogant, but I felt like I was, you know, I knew Yogi was like a great player, you know, he's a leader of the team and everything, but I felt like I could be a leader of the team too. And it was more so like we butted heads, more so than I just didn't listen to him. And I think he really brought me along that year.
Thanks.